Hey guys, please before we do anything else, don't forget it, guys. Come on, I just need you to drop that like button and also subscribe. We are trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, also don't forget to share so that other millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Okay, anyways, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we do anything else, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys. Definitely everything. That's better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. Oh la la, I tried to tell you yesterday it was a trap, right? But oh well, let's watch how the market unfolds itself today. First, we're going to look at market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we'll check at pricing details. And once we're done with that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? Yeah, but before that, guys, one question I always get asked, okay, like when I talk to people, for example, yesterday, I guess after I did my questions and answers, people didn't like it and somebody inboxed me about it. It's like, man, I would love you to put those kind of things on the chat, on the comments. That way when I answer the questions, I can answer this stuff. I can answer it and everybody will know what we are talking about. Okay, so here we go. Okay, first of all, guys, listen, anybody who think Kaspa is going to be late on this party, when I say party, I mean tokenization of assets, blockchain adoption, whatever you want to call it, I think they are completely wrong. Okay, very, very wrong. Okay, just as everybody else was wrong and is still wrong when I tell you that Bitcoin is not a store of value. And I keep maintaining it, that Bitcoin has failed woefully, and they keep bringing out all these narratives. What do you see now? When I first started talking about it about a year and a half ago, when I started telling people like, guys, Bitcoin is not a store of value. Now what do you see? People have started to come out asking the same question again, like, oh, is Bitcoin really? And I've been telling you it ain't. Bitcoin was not made to be a store of value. Go look at the white paper itself. It will explain everything to you. And I even told you, you remember I told you, I said, forget about names, okay? Close your eyes, read the Bitcoin white paper, okay? Now start asking yourself, Kaspa, everything you just read about Bitcoin, is Kaspa meeting each bullet point? That's what you have to ask yourself after that. And I do remember asking you to do that little exercise. If you did, you will understand that, yeah, Kaspa is the real Bitcoin. Because everything Kaspa checks and more. Kaspa even adds more to that Bitcoin white paper. And nobody was believing in me. Some people said I was delusional. Some people said I was crazy. Some people said this and that. And I'm pretty sure somebody else like they told me the last time, hey, you hold Bitcoin, but you're saying this. Again, guys, this is my millionaire journey. We are not in the business of losing money. And I will tell you again, okay? For example, my Bitcoin, I bought it at 3,500. I'm way up there in profits. If I should if I should sell my Bitcoin bag right now, I'm good. Even if Bitcoin goes back down to 50,000, even if I sold it at that point, I'm still good because there is a lot of money I've made, okay? But when you look at it, 1.8, $1.9 trillion market asset. People that are saying for a $1 million Bitcoin, do you know what market cap Bitcoin has to be to hit that? So now, being my millionaire journey, we start looking for the opportunities. Now that we know that the real Bitcoin is called Kaspa, I think the right thing to do, okay? Because, hey, risk taker. On my Bitcoin back, I already have it. It's set, dust and done. Leave it right there. And I keep telling you, the hype is still there, but the hype is not going to push Bitcoin that high like everybody else think. It's not going to do it. I think once Kaspa comes out with the VProgs and everything else, that's when we are going to see if Bitcoin can really sustain its crown. And that is what I'm waiting for. Because if everything starts to happen and I see Bitcoin cannot sustain that crown, I'm going to sell mine and I'm going to move on to the next thing. Because again, I am looking to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status. And I don't mean just for myself. I'm looking for generational wealth. Okay, so that thing, people have started asking themselves that question again. Because what are they looking at right now? When there is uncertainty in the markets, okay, in the world, finance and whatever, gold is going up. Even if it is right now in like the RSI is screaming, I'm about to fall. Still, people trust it that way. Even though the risk is 10,000 times of you being exit liquidity with gold right now, yet people prefer to put their money in it. And what's happening to Bitcoin? And where down we go, right? That's what's happening. But regardless of that, nobody else wants to tell you the truth. The truth is laying in between everything you want to look at. The security budget, the adoption, everything, it lays there. Bitcoin has failed because it is not what it was designed to be, which is peer-to-peer money. If that is not even good enough, go look at the security budget for Bitcoin. Once the mission, okay, because the next halving we're going to see what's going on there, is already very expensive right now to mine Bitcoin. Extra, super duper expensive, okay? Once people start shutting down the miner, not because there is not anything else, but because, guess what, it's too expensive to mine, okay? Fast forward 10 more years down the line, and the rewards are worth what the rewards, like what are the rewards going to be? Is it even going to be worth mining it? And with Kaspa, with this VProgs coming out, yeah, Bitcoin is going to be really the battle test that people are waiting for is really going to happen. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. I'm going to watch. I still hold mine. Now, if you cannot get incentivized by getting rewards from mining, the next thing is going to be getting reward from transaction fees. We know right now that Bitcoin cannot be used for transactions. It cannot be used. It's not. If you want to buy $1 worth of something with Bitcoin, you are going to end up paying even 3 times more. We know it. You cannot do it. Now, you look at Kaspa in that aspect, okay? Kaspa, the rewards are almost about over because we are looking at sometime by July, we're supposed to have like 96 or 97% mine, okay? What are they working on? They are trying to make sure that by then, or even before then, transaction fees are going to skyrocket. How is transaction fees going to skyrocket? Look at, first of all, Warp Core, the banking system running on the rails of Kaspa. Stablecoins, volume running on the stairs of Kaspa. And they've already told you, we're going to have us USDC, okay, stablecoins or USDT, whatever it is, the first quarter of this 2026. Okay, so, excuse me. When you think about that, meaning that miners right now, some people are breaking even. Some people who say, oh, it's too hard for them, they are shutting down and blah, 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 whatever you see it. But trust me, once this transaction volume start to pick up, due to what we know that is going to happen, yeah, you're going to see miners come back alive so hard that, I mean, you cannot even put a number on it. I'm still mining. I'm planning on getting even the S7 lights to let them get them start to run, okay? Because again, everything else, the way you look at it, stablecoin wise, DeFi wise, TriFi wise, gaming, anywhere you want to look at blockchain, Kaspa fits in like it fit in like a ring to your finger. That's how it fits in. Now, so if we go back to the original question, okay, because now we know Bitcoin has failed. Bitcoin is not going to be exactly like it was written on the white paper. And when everybody kind of realizes what I have been yelling to the four winds around here, telling you that Bitcoin is not a store of value. Once Kaspa get the ecosystem, VPros, Casplex, Igralab, whatever running, those cracks are going to be visible from 10,000 miles away. And then you will realize you should have had a bag of Kaspa. Now, yet you still have people coming and asking me, because like when I did that video yesterday, asking me, oh yeah, Kaspa is going to be too late. And I look at it and I laugh. Said, okay, you know what? Maybe that that behavior of Kaspa always showing up when the party is over, maybe that is his advantage, the advantage of Kaspa. Because when you look at it, Kaspa has seen the mistakes that Crashilandia, Solana did, the mistakes that the Hakilandia, okay, Hakilandia Sui did, the mistakes that the dying one Ethereum had, the mistakes that our grandfather Bitcoin working with his tripod stick had, and Kaspa's look at everybody and whatever they fucked up on. Okay, now we can avoid this side, we can avoid that, we can avoid that, we can do this, do that, and create the perfect product, the perfect one. Okay, so the perfect product, meaning, like, for example, okay, like we mentioned, the banking. See, faster, better, secure, and everything. See, but yeah, you see people looking at it and go like, yeah, this and that, blah blah blah, blah. Yeah, and we sit here and I look at it. Okay, let's just look at I know a lot of people like to look at price. Okay, 2025 was a year that everybody and their grandmama really saw the devil's butt cheeks. That 2025, right? We saw like a lot of people thought like it was going to be the same cycle. Hey, guilty. I'm part of the people who thought like, yeah, it's going to be the same 4-year, how you say that by November we'll see all-time high. And then towards the beginning of 2025, I did the research and I was looking at everything else. I think that's when I started telling you guys like, nah, it's not going to happen. I think the macroeconomy is going to throw a wrench at that engine. I think you can go back and watch the videos for that. It's not going to happen. And yeah, as it stands right there, even myself, I was thinking like, okay, let's see if everything goes correctly and we don't have, what you say it, and we don't have the macroeconomy like putting hands into anything, we could see Kaspa probably at $3. That's what my belief was. But yeah, everything went the other way around. Okay, the opposite way around, and things didn't work. Things didn't work out, and I was like, yeah, Jesus Christ. Like, looking at Kaspa's camp, we went from 20 cents all the way back down to 1 cent. That was, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was purely disappointing. But when you look at it again, you start thinking like, okay, with no ecosystem, with not anything, we went to 20 cents and came back down to 1 cent. That is not as bad as it was compared to us. A lot of people who were telling me at that same time period, saying like, yeah, Kaspa is useless because, hey, Solana will gonna be at $3,000 by then, and we'll have Ethereum going to $25,000, and then we will have Bitcoin hitting $500,000 and blah blah blah. And then I was like looking at them like, okay, if I have bought Kaspa, okay, at 20 cents, okay, excuse me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Where were we? Okay, if I have bought Kaspa, let's say at 20 cents all-time high, I was too late and I bought it in there, and not even 20 cents, because most people didn't get it. The most transaction volume that we saw on Kaspa was sitting at 16 cents. So okay, let's say I have bought Kaspa at 16 cents and it went all the way back down to what, 1 cent. I will still have my money better than what Solana did, because Solana, if I don't remember wrong, Solana went up to what, $250, $300? I think it's $300. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's $300. If you had put the same amount of money in Solana, you still down right now. Your money still down probably what, 80%. Same as Kaspa, no difference. So when everybody's telling me like, yeah, Kaspa is not doing anything, Kaspa is worthless, this and that, what about the rest? What about Solana? What's Solana at right now? You know what? Let's do it this way. Okay. Let's imagine you put in $2,000 and you bought Solana at all-time high, which I'm thinking is going to be at $300, right? Divided by $300, you have 6 Solanas. Right now, Solana is sitting at let's see. Where is Solana? Solana. I thought I had searched it earlier, but let's see. And Solana, Solana, and 124.27. Okay, 124.27 times 124.27. See, your $2,000, you are down. It even went lower than this, but you are down. There's no difference with it. You are down. No market has done good. Nobody has done anything good. But what people are looking at is just what Kaspa did. What's Kaspa doing? Like I said, you can do the same thing. Let's say $2,000 you put into Kaspa divided by 0.16, because that was where the most volume was, gives you 12,500 Kaspas, okay? Times, let's see, where is Kaspa right now? KS, let's see. And KS, Kaspa, here. Let's see, where are we? 398, almost 4 cents, okay? Here, times 0.0398. See? You still lost the same percentage of money. There is no difference. You still lost the same percentage on your position. The difference here is that when you look at this, on Solana, like on Kaspa, for example, you have 12,500 coins. Kaspa hits $1, you have $12,500 compared to Solana. Like everybody, like the way they're looking at it, like I've seen now, people are starting to come out telling you like, yeah, I don't think Solana will do that good. I don't think Solana will do this date and blah, blah, blah. Again, they are starting to realize that, hey, it's not about the hype. It's about what the coin is doing. What's new on Solana so far? Does anybody have any like new development? Is the core team even working? Can anybody say? I don't think so. Nobody's saying anything, okay? Because again, Solana to me is just the blockchain for the hype. That's what it is. The same you can look at Ethereum. What is the core team doing other than they're telling you, yeah, we're getting ready for the institution, the adoption and all that stuff. Yeah, people, Tom Lee, they're coming out here and they're giving you that opium. But Kaspa, on the other side, core team is busy getting ready for bigger things. Like I said, the money is not on that big institution. It's not on all that. For the same, just one simple reason, okay? If you want to, you can go research it yourself. Big institutions never ever take the first step. They don't. They let you and me, the retail, the normal people, take the first step, test everything out, see if it has worked. Pretty good example is Bitcoin. For how many years did Bitcoin stay going up and down, left and right, without big institutions stepping in? Once they saw that you and me and the normal people, the normal retail, have tested it, they have seen the value in it, that's when they started coming in. Therefore, now Kaspa is at that point. Adoption is what is taking place right now. If you sit on the sideline, you are going to lose. Trust me, you will lose, because this year, from last year, I've been telling you, 2026, Kaspa is going to be the one running. It's going to be the one. We have now the Clarity Act, which again, everybody and their grandmama is kind of looking at like, okay, crap, look at what's happening. Okay, the Clarity Act, they have to pump the market, because Trump issues does not want to go into midterm election, market looking like it is looking right now. Okay, market looking like it is looking like now. Just watch what's happening. I told you, they do not give a crap about economy. You remember? You remember when I told you that, right? And we started talking about the Japanese carryover trade, because again, if the Japanese carryover trade happens, guess what? The dollar is going to suffer. And look at what they're doing now. They are trying to save the Japanese yen. See? They are trying to, they have a blank check already. It's like they're getting a quote, like how much is it going to cost us to try to help that Japanese yen from falling? Why do you think they're doing it? Again, currency. And when you start talking about currency, you start looking at what macroeconomy is doing. I think Kaspa is going to really run. There is no two ways about it. So that trade that people always say, oh, Kaspa is going to be late, Kaspa is going to be do this, Kaspa is going to do that. I think Kaspa is just positioned right. We're on schedule, because when you look at everything, okay, look at, for example, where the midterm elections are laying. Look at exactly where this Clarity Act, they have to pass it before the midterm election, because in my humble opinions, if they don't pass it and we're going to midterm election, let's just say Trump loses those votes, that Clarity Act is going to be very hard to pass after that. Therefore, I think Trumpicius and his cronies, they are going to try so hard to make sure that Clarity Act passes. And if it passes, you already say what you already have what it said, right? Then they will start pegging stable coins to US treasuries. Therefore, everybody will have to show. And how do you find out better? Kaspa has the most clear properties, the best properties to be able to see the proof of reserves. Things are going to run more on Kaspa's rail. And that's what I'm telling you. No matter what you tell me, 2026, Kaspa is going to be running. Now is the time you have to start packing those bags. Because again, everybody and their grandmama are busy looking at the entire market, because again, you see Bitcoin falling, right? People are starting to give up hands up. People look at gold running on fumes, but it's still pumping, and they're going like, oh, okay, we were told this one was the store of value, but the store of value is doing the opposite. It's going the opposite down. And I keep telling you every day, I tell you, they're going to pump it because they have no choice. When they put Trumpicius Magicius into that office, the whole plan was to pump Bitcoin. That was the whole plan, because he said, hey, we're going to make US the crypto capital in the world. Oh, Bitcoin reserve this, Bitcoin that, Bitcoin blah, blah, blah. So all that big money with deep pockets, they have not made their money yet. They have not. I still have the same feeling that I think they're going to pump it, probably 140, 150,000, so that those guys can make their money, and then we can throw this thing to shit. Because again, big money has started looking at Bitcoin going like, you know what, I don't think you are the store of value. But since, because they have invested in there for a while, they need to make their money first. Once they make it, you are going to start seeing it on the national TV, on ads, and everywhere you go, that Bitcoin is not what they say it was. And don't say I did not warn you, because I tried to. I did try to tell you that you are looking for generational wealth. You are looking for money, store of value, whatever you're looking for. Kaspa, I did. You're not going to say I didn't. Go look at my videos behind. I did try to tell you they are selling you a billy goat for a war horse. Telling you, you're going to win this war. The war horse is coming. You look on top of the hill, man. That's what they're doing. So again, do not inspect, like most people are saying, oh, institution, if they don't come in, Kaspa is not going to do this. Guys, institution don't come in until the last minute. Therefore, pack your damn bags. Fill it up before they start showing up, because once they start showing up, you are going to see Kaspa run like it is a mad cow. You will. And you don't have far. It's no longer far from now. We already have Covenants going to testnet very soon. Igra Live is about launching. You're about to have your VProx doing the thing, because after Covenant goes into testnet, that means we are one step closer for the VProx. You understand? And once you do that, Clarity Act goes live. We have stable coins on Kaspa. Trust me, stable coins on Kaspa with the Clarity Act going live is what is going to put the spotlight on Kaspa. That's what's going to happen. Because right now, even WorldCore working, people have started to turn heads to look at, okay, I think there is something there. And that institution you've been waiting for, that is when they will start stepping in. And once they do, it is going to be too late for you to accumulate as much Kaspa as possible, because they're going to make it run. You understand? So yeah, you can sit on the sideline, cry about it, that you just found out that Bitcoin is not the store of value you thought it was, or you can make moves. Pack your bag and get that generational wealth. Like I always say, guys, Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, Cash. Trust me, just like everything else, it doesn't make any sense until it's too late. Like right now, right? Everybody that was buying, I started telling you this about Bitcoin when Bitcoin was like, what, 120, 125. And I was saying it, say, guys, be careful. Stay away from Bitcoin. Everybody that was calling me crazy because, hey, Bitcoin is going to 500,000 this run. Where are you now? See? Now you're beginning to find out, like I said, it is not the store of value. It's full of crap. If you didn't get in it at lower prices, stay away from it because that hype is still there. Those of us that got in there, we're going to make money out of it. Same thing I'm telling you with XRP right now. Stay away from it. You are not going to make big money. If you did not get into XRP when it was cent on the dollar, stay away from it because once the adoption starts to kick, there is so much competition that XRP is not going to make you that kind of money that you're looking for. Well, that is up to you, right? And we will sit here not long from now. I will look at XRP again. I'll tell you, I told you so. I will. So yeah, it's up to you. You want to make the decision, it's your money. Me, I will do me, you do you, and God bless America. That's all I can say. Anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market because again, like I said yesterday, it was a trap and people laughed about it, right? But anyways, let's go look at how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours, okay? Let's start first with our good friend Crypto Bubbles. Where are you? Excuse me. Crypto Bubbles, come on. Where are you? I think it's way up there. Crypto Bubbles, right here. Let's start with this guy. Let's see. As you guys can see, yep. People keep telling me about this river. I don't know what the hell this river is that is pumping like crazy. It looks like a meme coin or something. What is this? Oh my goodness. It must have just started. But oh well, now we see it. Let's go first with our good friend King Kaspa. KAS. What do we have? Okay. For the past hour, we're laying flat. On the day, we are up 1.9%, 6.7% down on the week, 11.4% down on the month, and 68.9% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.07 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at 25.92. You see it? It has started to move, right? Anyways, we go to the next one, which is going to be QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We do have here 1.6% down the last hour, laying flat on the day, 12.9% down on the week, 0.5% down on the month, and 30% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.07 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $22.15 million. We look at Cubic, okay, high risk, high reward, right? We have here 0.4% up in the last hour, 2.7% up on the day, 13.6% down on the week, 10% down on the month, and 73.3% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $79.78 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $2.09 million. Now we look at the Japanese Bitcoin, Jasmine. We have here on the last hour 0.7% down, 2% up on the day, 11.3% down on the week, 13.6% up on the month, and 74.3% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $338.90 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $19.32 million. Now we go look at the Jonathan's pet turtle, which he calls Bitcoin, and I call the orange guy. And we have here 0.5% down the last hour, 1.6% up on the day, 5.5% down on the week, 0.2% up on the month, and 14.2% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.76 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $53.995 billion. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people are still asking, yeah, the market is not doing this, market is not doing that, and I keep saying, like, just watch macroeconomy, right? A lot of people are afraid of government shutting down again. Therefore, you saw the Dixie do its thing. It's not even just the Dixie. You saw the stock market, Bitcoin, everybody doing their thing. But I don't think they are going to shut down. Well, I could be wrong, but if they come out and say, okay, we are not shutting down, that move is going to be monumental. That's why I think it is a trap. Okay, now Dixie going down is another issue because, yeah, people looking at it like, okay, you trying to save the Japanese economy. They think you're going to print money. And I keep saying it. They are not printing money. That $4.3 billion that they printed from 2020 or 2021, still there. They're going to grab money from that stash and they're going to do what they got to do. You're going to see it, okay? But it's up to you. If you want to believe that and jump the bridge, that's up to you. Or if you want to really look at what's happening, then you probably will be as bullish as I am right now, okay? Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's look at prices in details. Let's see here. Trading view. Let's see. Trading view. We do have Dixie, yep, still down 97 points, and we have Bitcoin going up. This is exactly what we want to see. We want to see the opposite happening, which means, yeah, we might see a good move, which started from yesterday. We might see it even go even higher than this. But anyways, now let's go look at, first of all, King Kaspa. What do we have here on the last hour? We're still on the same thing. Nothing has changed, okay? Nothing has changed. All we did is go try. Like I said, price always get attracted to the moving average, right? And that's what it happened here. It tried it. We went, tried, got rejected, came back down. So we are still on the same, okay? On the same. For technical analysis, some people might even look at it different, which is like breaking above the resistance, coming back to retest, and let's see if it goes, okay? If it does, let's see this does this. We do have a W pattern forming, which again, if it breaks above, can form a support and then keep on going. With the Bitcoin good momentum happening right now, like I think we can see this thing started to take off again. But anyways, you look at the ribbon. Look at the ribbon, and that's another thing that tells me, like, yeah, we might be close to a move upside, because the ribbon right now looks like it's trying to flatten out. It's trying to start to go flat. Before you know it, it's going to start to curving upwards, okay? And then don't forget it, price always get attracted to moving average. That never fails, trust me, it never. So right now we're looking at it, and since the 1 hour has not reset, you cannot expect anything different on the 4 hourly. You cannot expect it, because the 1 hour needs to go reset first before the 4 hours can do anything. Same thing goes on the daily. We'll have to wait for the lower time frames to reset. So right now there's still not much, other than if you look at where the moving average is and you look at where the price is, it's a big, very big gap. Normally when you see these kind of gaps, usually signal that this thing is going to try to go meet it. That's what you are going to see. So I'm still paying attention to this W forming. So we break above it, form a support, and go try to move the moving average. So yeah, that's what I think we are going to do. But hey, let's watch first how the lower time frames take out first. So therefore, for me, like I usually tell you guys, look at that. We are still on the falling wedge. Okay, we are still inside this falling wedge, which, as you can see, price touch the bottom, touch the floor. Now it hasn't touched the bottom again. It need to touch the it hasn't touched the top again. It need to touch that top and then see if we are going to break above it. Because if we break above it and use that as support, yeah, the bigger move begins for that all-time high and get into price discovery. So yeah, everybody and their grandmama is watching it, even myself, right now. That's what I'm looking at. So 10 cents is just noise. Above that we have 15 cents, then 18, 19 cents before you start looking for that all-time high, and then eventually into price discovery. And with all the development coming out of that Kaspa camp, yeah, I think we are very, very close to that takeoff, okay? Anyways, now let's go look at Quant right quick. Let's see what Quant got for us. QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. For Quant, we're having a situation here. Let's see. Zoom it out, and then you will see. We are having this situation with Quant, which again, it is basically forming the same pattern, which is a W, okay? For Quant, the difference is that right now, if you look at the main resistance, okay, if you want to look at it this way, let's see, what is a trend line? I need to take a trend line right quick. Okay, trend line, you can see the Quant right here. We have this resistance. That's what we have. We need to see Quant breaking this, okay? And basically it's a channel which again is raising up, and I can tell guys, okay, this is very important only for the day traders, because as a long-term trader, this does not mean much, okay? But as a day trader, you can see here, look at that. See? That's where we are right now. It's a channel that is being formed, and then you can look at it, and if you say it this way, that's where we are. Zoom it out, you can also see ribbon is facing downwards, meaning that, as you guys can see, unless Bitcoin reverses hard, okay, all this will be useless. But if it doesn't, we can still see the price going back down to like 70 cents. Okay, that's the only thing I see here as a day trader. If you was one, if you look at it on the 4-hourly, you will see the same thing. Ribbon still falling. Okay, we've turned from green to red, it's still falling. What are the next support from here? You can see, let me see, I think I had it done this way. The next support from here is $67. That's what you can see, because yeah, if it fails to go back up again, we are looking at the potential of coming back to retest that $67 or something like that. But again, all this is just out of the blue, because if Bitcoin decides to start to go up, yeah, this thing is going to reverse and it's going to start to run. If you ask me, I still have my positions open, and I think like, yeah, we might see that $125 sooner than you think. Once we cross that 151, come on, close this 151. Once you start closing that, you start looking at that 164, then 176. Above that, yeah, all-time high. There's not much, just a little resistance at 230. There's not much after that, all-time high, and then we start looking for price discovery. Okay, so things are actually things are actually playing out the way we're expecting them to do. Other than people are just like, patience is something that most people don't have. They don't have the patience. And I can tell you, like I usually say, look at that macroeconomy. What's happening with the US government right now? Look at that carryover trade, which again, the US government is trying as hard as possible to prevent the Japanese yen from falling. Because if the Japanese yen falls, that means they're going to have to sell the US Treasury bonds. And if they sell those Treasury bonds, then that means right now that the US dollar is going to fall even lower than it is right now. And that is a hell no. That's something that they are not going to allow to happen. That's why they are buying those bonds themselves, and they have a blank check which they're about to fill with the money that they have in those reserves to try to save the Japanese economy. Okay, the Japanese currency, sorry. That way it does not fall. Okay, things are happening. All we got to do is lay back and watch. Lay back and watch. I believe this week is going to be a big one for Kaspa and the rest of the crypto. Let's just watch and see. Okay, anyways, guys, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, like I always say, please stay away from leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing, because if you force yourself and get in there, Rex City is your next stop. So that being said, down below I do have the links: Bydfi, Phemex, Wix, and Margex, in that order. Okay, follow those links, sign up, meet their deposit requirements, and they're going to give you free money. Once you get it, take $20 out. Take $20 out and start to practice. Open trade, close trade, stop loss, or trading stop losses, all that goes with it. If you are able to turn 20 into $40, 40 into $60, 60 into 80, and so on and so forth, then you are ready to use a little bit bigger money. If you cannot do that, my friend, for your own sake, please keep on practicing. Because again, leverage trading is the easiest way for you to lose your money. It's the easiest way. And trust me, Rex City will be waiting for you with their arms open. Okay, so please, you have to practice before you do anything else. Also, down below, I do have the links to Acorns. Okay, a platform I'm using to teach my son how to trade bonds and ETFs. If you want to do that, follow the links below. They will give you $5. It's not enough money, but hey, it's a way to get you started in your investment journey. Okay, now let's go right quick first. Let's start with Bydfi. There, you guys know I am trading King Kaspa, Quant, and Jasmine. Let's see, with the panic selling that happened over the weekend, we have here my overall is sitting at $5,900. Okay, We've been there before, so that doesn't worry me at all. If you look at it for Kaspa, I am still down $497. That's where we are. On Quant, I am down $4,900. Yeah, still the same. And last but not the least is Jasmine. I am still up $1,000. So market is doing its thing. All we have to do is sit tight and watch. No more, no less, right? Anyways, now we go to the next one. It's going to be Phemex. On Phemex, I'm trading King Kaspa, Jasmine, and Quant. Okay, my overall here is sitting at $2,600 approximately. And if you look at my contract, you see that here on my Jasmine, I am still up $978. Not bad. On Kaspa, I am down $500. Okay, approximately. And on my Quant, I am breaking even. It's just like breaking even right now, 1.6 in negative. So yeah, it's still playing the same. Okay, now we go to the last but not the least, which is Wix Exchange. On Wix, you guys know I'm trading King Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, and Cubic. Right now, my overall is sitting at $1,600, as you guys can see. So if you look at my contracts, you see that here, come on, you see that here, on my Jasmine, that's I'm still up $110, not bad. On my Kaspa, just like the rest, I'm down $473. On Quant, I am almost breaking even, minus $14. And on Cubic, yeah, I'm still in positive, almost breaking even too, $6. Everything is just like it is. Okay, let's just watch. I know a lot of you will be asking, okay, how come my positions move like this? It's that easy. I trade at 50x and I don't use stop losses. So the market move down a little, I move down aggressively. The market move up a little, I move up aggressively. So yeah, let's just watch and see what the macroeconomy, for fuck's sakes. Let's just see and watch what the macroeconomy has in store for us for this week. Although I think it's going to run. Okay, let's just watch that. Now let's go look at my son Acorns account and see. Let's see the Acorns right there. Let's see how is he doing today. 798. Yeah, still nothing has changed, right? Let's just watch and see. Let's watch and see if the government doesn't shut down, right? But anyways, you guys can see much hasn't changed other than, yeah, he's doing great. We have here 5.09% up. Yeah, we're doing good. Stocks and ETFs, S&P 500, 374. Medium company stocks, $47. Small company stocks, $23. International company stocks, $193. Not bad. And on the bonds, we do have the short-term bonds, $47. And the U.S. aggregate bonds, we do have them at $111. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. So he's actually doing better than I thought, okay? Because most kids his age, all they think about is just candies and video games. But yeah, I think Apple, like they say, Apple never falls far from the tree, right? So yeah, I'm so proud of that boy doing what he's doing right now. Anyways, guys, there you have it, okay? Kaspa is never late. It's not. Kaspa is fixing the mistakes that everybody else made to become the ultimate settlement layer. That's what it is. Kaspa is going to, well, I guess repeating it doesn't make any sense. But trust me, after the first quarter, you are going to start making, it's going to start making sense to you. Okay? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Don't forget to drop me a like. It only takes you a second, so just click that like button, okay? Drop me a comment. If you have anything positive to say, drop it down there. If you don't, please drop me an emoji, because if you drop a negative comment, I'm going to delete it. And if it is your third strike, I'm going to block you from my channel. Because again, we are not here to cry about price. We are here to make money. Okay? This is a millionaire journey. That's what it is. Also, don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, please, take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.